my name's Sulu and karibuni sana to WarriorTalk. So today's video is going to be about my feelings after my scoliosis diagnosis, which I talked about in my last video. The link to that is in the description box. I recorded this video already 2 times, but I have the feeling that I forgot things and I wasn't happy with the videos. So today I made a plan of things so that I hopefully do not forget things again. After my scoliosis diagnosis, I was shocked in a way, not too bad, but then more confused. But with the time when I was looking into the mirror more and more, I started realizing how I look, and I started realizing this is me, this is my body, and I didn't know what was going on, which was really weird. My family, I actually don't remember how they really reacted on it. All I really know is that they were really supportive, and my friends were also really supportive, and I was in a great class. They were awesome classmates, and but I made the first bad experience right after my diagnosis, or when I got diagnosed. I do not like learning French. I love the language. I love French as a language. It's awesome, it sounds so great, it's everything, and I just started learning French and I was super excited about it, and I got bad grades at the beginning because I'm not good at learning languages. But then I got my better grades and I got so excited about it, and I thought like, oh yes, now it's going, and you know, I can improve myself and whatever. And then yeah, my best friend told my teacher that I would have to go to the doctor because of my scoliosis. And this is what my teacher replied to me: I have scoliosis as well, and I do not go to the doctor. So basically what she said is that it can't be that bad that I would have to go to the doctor, because she has scoliosis as well and totally understands what I'm going through right now. And since I heard that, I didn't really talk to her anymore. I dropped French, like I was still like I had to go to the classes, right? But I didn't put any effort in it anymore. I was like, you know, why would I put any effort in her classes? Like, she doesn't even deserve my effort or whatever. And it may sound weird if you have a teacher who has something about you, like against you, but then you can see they don't like you, you automatically do not like them as well. It just happens, and that makes you not like the subject, if that makes sense. Others were, well, they asked a bit about it, but then they weren't really looking into it or trying to find anything out or anything. So I won't say they were really supportive, but I would never ever say they made me feel bad or anything. 2 weeks later, about 2 weeks later, I got this little baby. Yes, you must have been wondering what this is. This is my first brace, and it is super old. Like, it's almost 5 years old. Yes. Yay, almost 5 years. No joke. I won't show you how it looks from the inside, because it looks pretty disgusting. Basically just plastic, and what it does is pushing my spine into the right position. So as I explained in my last video, is that my ribs, for example, were not in the right position, and so that means that the ribs on the right side and the back were pushed forward with this little thing, and because I had uneven shoulders, this thing was pushing my shoulder up. Some other things which were pushing my body into different directions. Wearing a brace is definitely not easy. It's really hard, to be honest. Got it end of spring, beginning of summer. It was really warm. It was like really warm, and I also had to go to the physiotherapy. So I had to wear this little baby for 23 hours a day. First of all, it really hurts because this plastic is pushing body parts into different directions, and it's kind of like it pushes here and here and here and here and here. It's like, it's so painful. I got those blue stains on my body, and I was sweating in it, and this might sound so disgusting, but I was sweating in it. I felt like myself, I felt so disgusting. It got better, definitely, but it was really hard with this thing. And with the brace, people actually started noticing that there's something wrong with me. And I was in a huge school with almost 1,800 students, which is a lot. And the people in my grade, they were all fine. They were lovely, and I wanted to have a white one because I wanted people to sign on it. So you cannot really see it anymore, but like there are still some signatures from friends and whoever. And they were asking, like, they came up to me and were like, oh, what's that? And I was wondering and whatever. And I was happy to like explain this to them, because it's better that they ask and be interested than give me just weird looks. And well, I got weird looks anyway, and that was already really hard because I for myself had to accept what's going on, and I just couldn't at that moment, at that stage. But it got worse with the time, and this might sound crazy, and it's not the little kids, it's the older ones. So I was in this huge school. It was from grade 5 to grade 13. And I don't want to go into detail and say what they told me or what they said to me, but they said things which really hurt. Which really hurt. And well, I wasn't really, do you say I wasn't really taken serious? Whatever. For my doctor, for my parents, it was more like, oh yeah, she's 12, she gets diagnosed with scoliosis, of course she gets weird looks for that brace. It wasn't really for them like something really special or something. Well, I mean special, but like they weren't worrying too much in my eyes, I don't know. But at the end, it's understandable. I was 12, I got just diagnosed with scoliosis. I didn't know how to handle it, I didn't accept myself with that. And because those people were saying so many bad things to me, I started being uncomfortable with myself and being self-conscious. So when they said all those things, I was looking into the mirror again and again and more often, and I realized, okay, I do not look like the others, and I was never looking like the others, never, and never ever, because the city I lived in before, I was like, our family was the kind of the only one with like African background, so we were the only ones with like darker skin or anything. Oh yeah, I have to apologize. I got tanned a bit, so I look pretty orange. That's what my brother told me. But I just, yeah. Well, I was always different, but with this, there was just something about it which made me so uncomfortable. Maybe it was the pain because of the brace. Maybe because my whole lifestyle was just changing because of physiotherapy, because of this brace, because you can't move in this. Like, you cannot bend or anything, like in any directions, and like you have to find a different way to go to the bathroom or to tie your shoes or whatever it is. It just becomes like so hard from one to the other second. I don't know what it was, but I looked into the mirror and I hated myself. I hated my body, and I just couldn't accept myself anymore. It was not, I still don't understand what was going on in my head, but every time I looked to the mirror, I got to that stage where I started crying, and it was just, I can't do it, I do not understand. And then those things happened, like I got into this bad depression state, and I started asking myself, why do I have scoliosis? Why does it have to be that bad? Why do I have to wear that brace? Why do I get different, like weird looks? Why do I have to do all this? And it's unfair, and why not someone else? And stuff like that. I had an awesome physiotherapist, and I still love him to death. He is the best physiotherapist I've ever met in my life, and he was so supportive. And because of the physiotherapy, I actually met 2 other girls who have scoliosis as well, which was really nice. And well, which I also explained in the last video, I would have to go to rehab. So I got the appointment for rehab in 2012, December 2012, December? November? Something like this. Rehab was one of the most amazing experiences ever, and you cannot imagine how much fun I had. But I'm gonna make a video just on rehab, on the first rehab I had. It's awesome, and I hope, like, if you're such as excited as I am, then please give this video a thumbs up, a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you didn't do it yet, then shame on you. Just subscribe to my channel now. Comment down below, and also follow me on my other social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. The links to that are in the description box. I wish you all a wonderful day, night, whenever you watch it, and peace!